Alright, we're rolling again, and this time, this is actually the rank up game for Master 1. This was a few days ago. So this game is pretty high stakes. If we win this, we don't have to worry about anything else. If we lose this, well, we're going second, so chances aren't that great. But no deck has very good chances going second. That's just the nature of Yu-Gi-Oh! So our hand, we have too many monsters. You don't want to draw Woman. You do want to draw this, but drawing two of these is not good. Book of Moon. This card is a good going second card, because you can flip any other threats. And monsters that are face down do not have their effects. If you remember the last replay, there was a Protoss that was here. And Dyna's effect was able to destroy it, even though normally it's unaffected. So, we'll see what we can do, you know? Our opponent starts off here with Gishki cards. I'm like, okay, it's Sprite Gishki. Sure, you know? We'll just have to see if we can try to break this board. It can't be that impressive a board. Gishki is, you know... whatever, it's not a good deck, right? Well... turns out this deck is, it's not very good, obviously, but it's got, you know, a couple twos here. And of course, this is Sprite Gishki, so sooner or later he's gonna, you know, pop out a Sprite card, maybe make a Gigantic, maybe make a Sprite Friend, put some Fishies in the graveyard, some Nibbles, you know, the works. And here comes the Sprite Elf, standard, because these effects are not once per turn in the slightest, so you can just keep looping them, keep getting Gishkis. And these effects are not all once per turn either, so you can keep making more Gishkis. I believe here is when he tributes this, but he'll summon it back if it was successfully summoned. Or summoned correctly. And now we got two of these to deal with. Which is, you know, here comes the Sprite Blue. With his Sprite Gishki. And he's got too many things on the field. Just too many cards for him to even want to be able to summon Sprite Jet. Now he gets it, but now he can't activate this card, so he's gotta link off again. We got IP coming out. Like, this isn't good. This is bad. Alright, so we want to establish what our opponent has. In my opinion, this is a big misplay, but maybe he doesn't have it in the deck. I don't know if he has it in the deck. But, like, if I were him, this card should be, what's it, Sprite Smashers? The one that banishes? That would have saved him. Sprite Starter is fine. It gets him the Monster Negate after everything is said and done. But, you know, this is troubling, because this is a lot of, it's a lot of stuff to deal with. Anyway, so we're gonna draw our card here. Oh yeah, he gets another one. He gets to put another one of these in the field. So, we draw a useless card. To be expected. Now we have about 3 cards we can play with. Can we hit this board with 3 cards? Probably not. But we can try. So, let's establish what our opponent actually has. If we read this, once per turn, when your opponent activates a monster effect, return a Gishki to the hand. If you do, negate that activation, shuffle. So, monster, negate, and shuffle. So, this card does not do anything. Because we summon it, it gets monster, negate, and shuffle. So, not much point. This doesn't do anything. This could revive, but there's no space right now. This is IP. Everyone knows what IP does. It'll make Unicorn or something. Maybe Avermax. Who knows? Something that we're gonna have trouble dealing with. This is another one of these, because this is once per turn. It doesn't say only one of these Gishki effects per turn. You can use this, and then use this. And because he has the thing that can put it back, he can you know, he can do this, put it back in the hand, use this trap, put another one, and then activate the effect again, put it back in the hand, activate this effect, put it back in the hand. So he's got 3 monster negates, effectively. He's got Sprite Starter, he's got Sprite Elf, he can get a bunch of 2s on the field, he can get Sprite Red, so he has another monster negate. But we don't care. We don't use monsters, really. So what do we have to deal with here? What is the issue? It's this. Sprite Carrot. Obviously, you can read it if you want, but everyone should know that Sprite Carrot just negates a spell card. Spell or trap, but in our cases, it's important as a spell. So, how do we deal with this? Well, the first thought is similar to the last game. I was thinking, well, we could try to book it, but that probably just gets negated. And if it doesn't really matter. Because on the next turn, we don't have a way to deal with all these guys who are going to try to beat up my False Dino. Because, like, no matter how many Clockwork Knights, well, I guess we had 2, but we can't do 2 in 1 turn. Even with Clockwork Knight, these things can still beat over the Dino. So, what do we do? Well, my first thought is, if I can resolve Dogmatic Punishment and Book of Moon, even with the fact that this has target protection, I can deal with all of this, but there's still this carrot. This carrot is just the only thing on this field that's an actual issue. So what do we do here? Well, can we out this if he played perfectly? Probably not. The first thing we do is we can try to activate the Clockwork Knight. If he lets this resolve, we can slap this on the field, attack into the carrot, and it's gone. And he doesn't have a way to just get rid of this. So we just have this presence on the field. So that's what we're going to try to do. We go Clockwork Knight. He lets it resolve, which, I don't know. You could have negated this effect and tribute this, destroy it. But, you know, obviously I could just have a Raigeki in hand. And if I do, then that's, like, horrible. So he kind of can't. Because if this was a Raigeki, we just Raigeki and then summon this, and it's over. The game ends right there. That's the whole game. Is it? Yeah, we have a Dogmatic on both. So, where do we go from here? Well, once this gets boosted, it's obvious that it can beat over this now. So our Book of Moon and our Punishment are now active. So we can slam into it. And again, this is really delicate. Extremely delicate. One wrong move, and we just lose the game. But we've dealt with the biggest threat. So now we put this on the field, we put this on the field, and we pass. We hope for the best. Master 1 rank up game. We're holding on. So obviously, this card cannot do anything, this card cannot do anything, this card cannot do anything, this card cannot do anything. Even if he had a third one of these. And this card cannot do anything. And whatever card he has in hand, probably can't do anything either. And whatever he has in grave, probably can't do anything either. So, the only thing he can do here is try to get rid of the Dino, which is successful. That means we force the simplified game state, where we're playing like it's 2000, whatever, 2002 or something. Old Yu-Gi-Oh! So, now we have an issue. He's going to attack with these 2 monsters. But, we do have a Dogmatic Punishment, and we have a Book of Moon. So how do we deal with 3 cards? Because we can't Book of Moon or Dogmatic Punishment this card right now because of Sprite Elf. So how do we deal with 3 cards with 2 cards? Well, we might be able to. Obviously, if you've never seen Dogmatic Punishment with Entis, I don't know how you're playing this game, but this card is 2500, which is a lot of attack, a decent amount of attack, especially when Clockwork Knight's on the field. But we can't target this, so well, what's the deal? Well, we have to target the Sprite Elf and get rid of it. We can send Entis. What Entis is going to do is that, well, come on, you know what it's going to do. It's going to try to pop this. It doesn't matter what he does here. Because even if he activates, like, how is he going to summon this again? That's fine. We get the outcome that we want. This card is off the field. And he also shuffles our Entis back, which is kind of cool. And now we still have to deal with this, but we have a Book of Moon. We have exactly enough to deal with the threats. This whole end board does nothing. It was all dealt with. This thing has really bad defense, so we can smash into it. And that's like the whole game. My friend like, bro, you're done. Just scoop it up. There's no way you're gonna beat this. And there probably wasn't. But you know, sometimes your cards they work out. Sometimes it works out. We're gonna move on to the deck here.